My name is Lyne, and welcome to my TED Talk. In this video, I want to summarize and try to explain to the best of my abilities some of the things that I have learned during this course. Now, there's no doubt that this class has opened my eyes about the way I see the world. It is almost a bit scary. For example, one time I was at work and I was listening to the radio, and a political message came on. All I kept thinking was, why was the woman the one informing the audience about the elections? And why was the man the one telling us to vote? Was the woman chosen to persuade us because our bias tells us to trust women more? And was the man chosen to demand us to vote because our bias tells us to do whatever men tell us to because we're socialized into thinking that they're more dominant and assertive? Same with the announcements on the subway. They are made by a woman's voice. Now, is that because we feel safer on the subway if it's a woman giving us the instructions and informing us about things? Those are just two examples that really stick out to me and that prove how much this class has impacted my everyday life. I understand now that every single thing happens for a reason, especially if those things are man-made. Even when we don't think they do, they still do. This class taught me to question everything and anything. And like I said before, that is scary. We humans want to feel safe and loved and comfortable. And then when we find out that everything is being planned for us by some big brother is watching type corporation, that can be quite daunting. So we choose to be ignorant and we choose to turn our blind eye towards things because reality and the truth might be some of the scariest things out there. Apart from that, I guess I should also bring up the fact that parts of the course were pretty tough for me. I've always been the type of person who likes to be in control of their work and their life and everything. And working in a group has always been a weakness of mine. You know, people tell you that you need to be able to work with different types of people because let's say you want to build a table or a chair. Now, you might be a hammer, but you still need a screwdriver and a drill and pliers and all that kind of stuff to get the job done. But I always thought, hey, why can't I just be the entire toolbox? Why can't I learn to do what all those tools do, and then I won't need anything or anyone else? I'll be some all-in-one tool. I still don't know if it's good or not for me to think that way, but I just know that I do. So that has always been a big challenge for me when working in groups, including in this class. It's hard for me to not want to take over, not because I think the person is doing a bad job or I think I can do it better or I'm a control freak, but more because I want to use every single opportunity I can get to improve my skills and get better, to maybe prepare myself for the day when I won't have anyone helping me out with things anymore. But anyways, I did try my best to step back this time and let people do their own thing, not freak out or take over all the time. And I did feel a bit relieved, and the result was pretty great. One thing I learned though is to keep my mouth shut sometimes. I learned that people do what they do and they are who they are and how they are, and you're not going to be able to change that. You have to decide what and who is worth your time and effort, and you can't worry too much about other people because most people in your life will just come and go, and you can't get caught up with things that are not important and have no major effect in the bigger picture. So you have to decide who is worth what and just go from there. You can't spend your life trying to work on other people, at least not if they're not worth it. And that is one big thing I learned about myself in this project that will hopefully keep me from embarrassing myself in the future, simply because I'm trying so hard to help other people when they don't even want my help. But yeah, this class was pretty great. You learn a lot more about yourself and the people around you and the world you live in by actually doing things and being forced to do them by yourself without a teacher constantly telling you what to do. And it gives you the opportunity to do something useful for your future, because we never know where we're going to end up, and it's always a good experience, and it's always good to experience everything you can while you can. And I really couldn't have asked for a better way to end off my high school career. And that is basically it. Thank you for listening. Bye.